Hello everyone and welcome to my video. I am NinjaGuyX and today we're having a first look at GrimLord on Quest 2, which came out on the AppLab today for $29.99 USD. So I want to thank MetalCat Interactive for giving me an early preview of the game before it come out there, so I could get an early impression and give you guys my feedback on the game. So let's have a look. So for the people who don't know, GrimLord is a soul-like game that came out back in June in early access on Steam. Might be the only soul-like game actually that's on VR at the moment. The early access contained Chapter 1, which has about 7 to 8 hours of gameplay, and the dev have been updating the game since then. About 4 big updates that came out with some major improvements. And right now, the AppLab version is actually the equivalent of the PC version. So you're not missing out on anything by purchasing the Quest version, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited to show you guys what I've been playing and my feedback. So let's get into it. All right, so here we are at the start of the game, and what they do at the beginning is they ask you if you want to start a tutorial. And small disclaimer, I am fairly new to VR. This is actually my first sword adventure game, so I was happy that there was a tutorial explaining stuff to me. As you can see, I'm a little bit confused here. I just pick up the bottle, and I'm just not sure what I'm doing, exactly. But just a first thing, impression for a Quest 2 graphics. I was pretty, impressed by what they were showing us here. I liked it, and looking at the trailer that I've seen from the PC version, it pretty much it stands out. It's a good version. I was pretty impressed. Not much of lagging, as you can see, and very playable. So here we are. I just picked up my first weapon and about to try the fighting for the first time. So here I am fighting my first enemy, and as you can see, I'm not doing too well. It's very interesting, something that I noticed is I just bonk the enemy most of the time. This is just me not having any sword skills or anything like that. But I've looked at videos on YouTube and I've seen people with like 2 swords and they're really doing some cool moves. But I'm not at that stage yet. Maybe that's what I'll start doing next, try to practice blocking with another sword, and because I feel like you'll probably be playing a lot better like that. So here we are at the first boss. I think it's part of the tutorial. It was very interesting. I did beat him for the first try. I am a veteran of a soul-like game, right? So I was doing pretty well. But yeah, very, pretty standard boss. Like I said, very enjoyable. But yeah, like I mentioned, I'm bonking a lot just with the sword. I don't really know what I'm doing, but from what I've learned, there's weak points that you can do with enemies. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, so I removed this mask, and after a while I noticed that when I was stabbing him in the face, I was doing a lot more damage. So I started doing that a little bit later on. And as you might notice, sometimes I look at my arm, and this is a very cool mechanic that I like. They actually put the health and mana on your arm. So whenever you get hit or something, you can check quickly your health. I find it very immersive. I really like that. Like that, you see, like I'm just looking at my arm like that. And with the magic of editing, we're at the end of the boss here. We're gonna just look at him being defeated. Like I said, pretty standard. I feel like it's a tutorial boss. They just tell you what to do. Not tell you what to do, but they just, there I am trying to figure out how to drink a potion for the first time. So, wait, there's none in it for some... Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm just looking at my health. Trying to understand the mechanics. So the learning curve is a little bit difficult, especially for someone who's never played a VR game. I don't know if other adventures games are like that. There you go. He is now down. But yeah, like I took a lot of time figuring out like how to sheath my sword, how to sheath my shield. Right there, I don't know what I'm doing, right? And with the placement. But yeah, it'd be nice just to have like maybe just a more fleshed out tutorial for people who are new to VR, just to understand what's happening. So we are now in the main hub. I'm encountering my first NPC. You're just talking to him, answering him, and just figuring things out, petting his chest, And here, I am discovering the bow, and this is the part where I'm telling like I said, I had a hard time figuring out how to store my stuff. So at first I wasn't able to figure out how to the bow, like how to put it on me, and this is because I had my arrows in the back and I had my shield in the back, so I couldn't put the bow on it, and I couldn't put it on the side. So yeah, just little things like that, right? I would like the developers to just mention where it can go, you know, like when you hold it by you, it should say something like, oh yeah, it can be on your back. So then I could figure out, okay, so maybe I just want to get rid of my shield and put it on my back, and things like that. You know, my first build was with a shield and a sword. I think I'm gonna be changing it next time. I think I need to play around with it. I think I can put my bolt from a crossbow on my left side, and then I can put a crossbow on my back. I'm gonna try that next time and see if it's working. So I played about like an hour and a half of the game, and you know, I'm still having a little bit of learning curve to do. Like, I'm not completely there yet. I still need to learn how to do the attack and things like that. So here I go. I think here I'm gonna be talking to the main NPC. And I gotta say, you know, I find that the NPC look, like the models, they look very, very good. You know, considering that it's early access, they've put a lot of effort in the game. And again, also the voice acting, I gotta say, top notch. The voice acting is very good. Let me put it up here for us.
Freedom. Care for me to elaborate?
So yeah, it's just something that I noticed in there. I just like that they put a lot of effort, you know, in the character model and the voice acting. So here I'm gonna discover the skill tree. So in the game, you don't actually level up like your strength or you know, your HP. Well, you kind of do, but it's very cool. As you can see here, you can see the skill tree. So you can level up certain things, but it has to be in a certain order. As you can see, I've collected 2 talent points, and I can only level up my shield at the moment. So I've decided to level up my shield, and as you know, someone who plays this type of game, I always like to you know, rank up my strength. So that's definitely the second skill that I got. But I like this. You know, I like that you have the option that you can go around. It's very cool. Again, with the character model, right? This one looks very cool also. So here I am trying you know, different weapons, seeing if I can get a feel of you know, the attack and stuff like that. Like how much is the slash and the attacks. This is my first time trying a two-hand weapon ever. Really being clunky about it. But yeah, here you can store all of your weapons. You know, if you like one, you can just put it in there and then you know, show it back later on in a scroll. And here's the same thing. It's you know, you can decide which armor you want to wear. I wanted this one. I wasn't sure what to do. I don't know if it told us in the tutorial, but I didn't know how to put the armor until you know, I was petting it as usual. I don't know why. That's what I do when I don't know what to do. You know, like the genie, right? Trying to rub the lamp. But yeah, now I'm just looking at the scroll trying to pick it up. So for you guys, if you want to know what you have to do, you have to actually hold your 2 hands and grab the armor to wear it. Right now, you know, I don't have any armor, and when I wore it, I really liked it. You know, oh, there you go, where I got it. Look, I'm looking at myself. You know, I really like it. So you know, the models are super cool. Here I am trying the staff. This is the only time I tried the staff because I was again confused. Like, I thought I should be putting that on my, you know, left side, but it looks like you can only put it on your back side. But you know, because I'm a real noob, I really wanted the shield for my first run. So yeah, I'm just trying. It's very interesting. It's something that I would really like to have with my sword because I could just do projectiles and kill people. There's a lot of archers at the beginning, and you know, I really needed some kind of projectile to get rid of these archers, but I couldn't because I only had a sword and the shield at the beginning because I didn't know how to store my items properly. So in Dark Souls, you know, there's some bonfire, but in this, there's like this kind of little thing here. And I like the way it is. You have to like grab the crystal and you know, like just grab it to get the to teleport to other places. And I find that it's a pretty cool mechanic. So here I am in the first world, fighting, you know, the first enemies, having some fun. Like I really enjoyed that. You know, that he's fighting. I was being careful, using my shield. You know, my reflexes. I really liked the combat at first. Later on. Like I mentioned, I feel like I was bonking the enemies a lot, like just like doing that all the time. But I don't feel like it's the game's fault. I just feel like it's just me not being used to doing, sword fight. But, you actually have to figure out, like, weak spot on enemies. So you have to hit them in multiple places. And, when they have a shield, you actually have to bonk the shield to, get it off an enemy. And things like that. You see me, like, hit the enemy multiple times after they're down. This is because sometimes they come back up. And this is like I think like everybody does that. Like it's a paranoid thing. Here I am still like trying to figure out how to drink potions and that. But yeah, like it's kind of weird that you always have to hit them down just to make sure that they're completely dead. And I'm moving my arms like that because it actually makes you run. I find it a little bit silly doing that, while running. I'd like to have like a button to get that going. As you can see here, I'm exploring it. This is something that I really like. The how can I say that? The design of the world. I don't think that I took like the normal path to go where I need to go. And there was actually 2 paths. And this makes it really, really Dark Soul-ish. And that's something that I really like. That I could take multiple paths to get to somewhere. And later on, you'll see that there's actually also shortcuts. Checkpoints to go back to the beginning. So when you die or when something happens, you can go back to where you were at. So in terms of level design, top notch. I really enjoyed that. So here I acquire a bomb, but unfortunately, I don't have enough space in my inventory. I find that potions are a little bit more important than that. I was testing the bomb. I never tried it. Was very intrigued. Very it's simple. You pull up the string and then you throw it out. I know that during Christmas they had a special pouch that you could acquire to have more space in your pouch, and I wish I was able to acquire that, right? So hopefully they'll gain access to that again at some point. So here I gain access to my first point. I'm just my first checkpoint. I'm just opening the gate, and now when I come back, if I die, I have to come back. I can just go through the gate now, so I don't have to do all of that all over again, just like Dark Souls. Okay, so this part was actually very overwhelming. I got like 4 enemies attacking me. It was pretty crazy. And something that I noticed is that if you block too much, you actually lose your shield. You drop it, and then if you attack too much, it's the same thing. You can lose your sword. Cool mechanic, but the thing is, there's nothing showing you that you're about to lose your sword or you're about to lose your shield. If you would have that, it'd be pretty cool because you would know to back out, You would know to stop attacking if you're about to lose it. So that's something that I'm not much of a fan about. I just don't know when I'm losing my shield. Or, I'm panicking, I don't know where my shield is. What do I do? I'm backing out. And, some cool mechanic in the game is you can jump. And there's actually a button to backtrack, backstep quickly. So, as you can see, I'm kind of panicking. I think I'm finding I found my shield back. Going back into it. And attacking all of these. But it was a pretty intense fight. Really enjoy it. Bonking the enemies should be, doing a better job here at showing these attacks, but yeah, really enjoying that. All right, so here I'm discovering a chest, and the thing is, the chest for some reason is kind of like really hard to open. I tried with one hand, I couldn't open it. Then I tried with my both hand. I could open it a little bit, but I couldn't open it fullest. And you know what? I don't know if it's because I'm too short in real life. I'm actually only 5'4", right? So I really had a hard time like just fully opening it. So I ended up just opening it with one hand and grabbing the stuff with the other hand. So it was really inconvenient. Like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm really short. I don't know if it's a problem for everyone, but these chests were really, really awkward for me. All right, so yeah, I'm far in the game now. I've discovered a few shortcuts, and here I've encountered my like a bigger enemy, right? It's a little bit harder. I was able to cheese him a little bit. I got lucky. I lost my shield there, but he wasn't moving a lot, so I was just, again, bonking him until he died. I lost my sword there, but it went out pretty good. So at that point, I had about like an hour of gameplay, and I was what? Next time it's saving. I'll be done, whatever, I have enough content, and that'll be it. But sadly, let me fast forward a little bit. So sadly, I haven't, found a save yet and I was attacking this enemy, which again was a little bit harder, right? He had a lot of armor. I couldn't find his weak point, and there I am dying. So I was like, okay, well, there it is. You know, I have enough footage. I can show you guys whatever. But then I went to bed and I was like, you know what? I have to continue this playthrough, man. Like, you know, like I gotta go get my souls back. Like I said, I was very far in the game and I just wanted to get my souls back and you know, level up because there was a lot of stuff to do. So in the morning, I got back in the game. You know, I completely forgot to change my resolution when I was recording. Sorry about that. But there's the footage again, just going back. I'm just trying to reach back where I was at with all of my experience, right? I thought to myself, all right, I have a lot of experience. I have to get it back. Then go back and, you know, level up a lot. Okay, so I'm back at the enemy. You know, I couldn't get my souls yet. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to defeat him. And as lucky as I am, I was able to defeat him this time around and get my stuff back. But the thing is, you know, I got my stuff back and I was like, oh, I gotta continue. You know, I don't want to level up yet. Got lots of stuff to do. And eventually I found another checkpoint, you know, like just to open a gate so I could go back and level up. All right, so I'm back at the hub, you know, and I was like, okay, so I got an hour of gameplay. You know, I can level up. I got a lot of experience. And I was so disappointed because with all this experience, I could only level up once. So you know, compared to Dark Souls, when you did like a lot at you know, when you start the game, when you do a lot of stuff, they make you level up like five times, no problem. This one, you know, like I was very disappointed that I could only level up one time with all this playing that I've done. So here's the last thing that I want to show. So this is you know, the blacksmith. So you can actually you know, build up some weapons. But I've noticed that there's not a lot of new weapon that you could build, but that's probably because it's going to be later in the game or you know, in the next patch or something like that. But here I was like, look at the weapons, comparing and things like that. So you can definitely build some new weapons by gathering up some new materials and things like that. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed my first impression of the game. This is a Quest 2 you know, recording. Very impressive graphics, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. No hiccups, no real bugs. The developers are really active on the game. As you can see right now, I'm experiencing with the with two-hand sword. Actually, I do not want to try to block and stuff like that. I didn't care if I died. I just, you know, wanted to experience with it. It was interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward for the full release of the game. Really enjoyed it. There's definitely some, you know, work to do on the game, but I'm really looking forward to it. So it's available today on the AppLab on the Quest 2 and Quest 3 for $29.99 USD. Check it out. It's also available on PC if you want to check that out. They have a Discord, which I'll be putting in the description of my video if you want to join. I'll also put a link to the game, so check it out. Yeah, no, very positive. I would recommend this game if you're into Dark Souls, and I'll definitely keep playing it. It'll probably be my main game for a little bit. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming in, and see you on the next video. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you like the content. This is the first time that I'm doing like this kind of format, so if you do enjoy it, put a comment and let me know what you enjoyed. Thank you, everyone, and have a good one. Bye!